Okay guys, so having watched Dr. Carlos Holler, we will now talk a little bit about what some of those key concepts were that you saw on the video, because what I'd like you to do is to sort of explode some of those concepts, if you like, and come up with important things that you need to know and learn so that you can explain those concepts. I've given you an example here of one of the first concepts, which is inherited disorder. If you were going to explain that out, you might think about what is inheritance, what do we mean by inheritance, what are the different models of inheritance, what is the model in beta thalassemia? Because then your task is to go and look at some of your lecture notes, whether they be genetics or physiology or haematology, and find us a good graphic and give us a short 2 to 3 minute, no more, explanation on some of those key points. We're just talking the dot points here, just the take-home messages. So Nick, you can scribe, there's a pen. So I've started you off. We first talked about inherited disorders. So what are some of the points that come up from that about inherited disorders, guys? I mentioned a few.
I think modes of inheritance.
Yeah.
So someone could just tell us what the common types are, like say sex-linked, for example, and then tell us which are the most relevant ones in thalassemia.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Does that sound okay?
Yep.
That sounds pretty simple.
So that could be one person.
Who wants that one? Yeah, that's an easy task. You take that one. Okay, what happens next?
We know in thalassemia there's it's a disease which affects hemoglobin.
Yeah.
And that there is an abnormal form.
Yeah.
So I think someone needs to just give us a reminder about the normal form of hemoglobin.
Yeah.
What it looks like, what's iron got to do with it.
Yeah. You're doing great. You're coming up with all the ideas yourself, Nick. So help them out a little bit. Help them out a bit, guys. So someone's going to talk to us about normal hemoglobin, structure and function of normal hemoglobin. Does that sound right? Who wants that one? Okay, you can have that one. All right. So then we have abnormal hemoglobin. Go on.
Just going back to the video, the next thing one of the things he spoke about was excess destruction. So that I think makes me think about what's like normal red cell cycle. Although I think we've covered a bit in today's tube already, maybe about breakdown, where it occurs, etc.
Yeah, maybe some of the how, where, who does the excess destruction? Where is it happening? How is it happening? Now, I'm going to put up 1 or 2 good articles on LMS, and one of the articles is a very good one by someone called Fine, and there's also a very good one by someone called Olivieri. And just the first couple of pages of each of those gives you the basic pathophysiology around excess destruction and other causes of anemia and thalassemia. So have a read of that. Let's maybe just do one more now, Nick.
I think the next thing was genes, so that's probably the next big topic.
And that is a big one, yeah.
So I don't know if you want us to talk about normal, what genes do in the normal situation.
Do you reckon we could do with a refresh on that, guys? Yep.
So it'd be like just if anyone needs to review what's DNA, the whole DNA, gene, chromosome.
The central dogma, yeah. So someone has talked to us about that for sure.
And then there's in terms of hemoglobin, I guess we need to know which genes control the expression or production of hemoglobin.
Yep.
And then which ones can be the abnormal ones.
So someone's going to talk to us about normal gene structure and function. Someone's going to talk to us about normal globin gene structure and function. And then someone's going to talk to us about abnormal gene structure. Do you mean like the kinds of errors that happen?
Yeah, what can happen in,
and then,
what can happen in general.
And then someone needs to probably
actually tell us, so that's in general?
Yeah, so that's pretty general.
And then this one is focusing down just on thalassemia.
So this is a good way to organise your thinking about these topics. You've got what's normal, in the general body system, what's normal in the particular organ that you're focusing on, what's abnormal generally, and then focus that abnormal. All right, we can probably call that quits now, Nick.
Okay.
I think that gives us a bit of a good framework.
Yep, thank you.